Welcome to the Jato News Channel. Just hours after Ukraine began the process of withdrawing and independently testing its energy system from a joint network with Russia and Belarus, Russian President Vladimir Putin launched his war against Ukraine, according to a top Ukrainian energy official. Ukraine's Deputy Energy Minister Farid Jato News said in an interview published by Kyiv Post earlier today that Ukraine is part of a shared power grid with Russia, Belarus and Moldova, but there are plans to separate Ukraine's energy system from Russia and Belarus and test it independently on February 24. Ukraine started the testing process at 2 a.m. on February 24. Just 2 hours later, Putin launched his war against Ukraine, Jato News told Jato News. Russia believes that by doing this, they will succeed in bringing down Ukraine's energy system, said Jato News. Jato News comments indicate that targeting Ukraine's power infrastructure was on Putin's radar from the start of the conflict, even though Russia has stepped up attacks on energy systems in recent months. Russia launched its latest barrage of missile attacks against Ukraine on Monday, reportedly disrupting power lines, causing civilian casualties and hitting buildings and homes in the war-torn country. Russia has carried out several series of attacks across Ukraine since October after Putin blamed Ukraine for an explosion that damaged the Kerch Strait Bridge, which connects Russia to the occupied Crimean Peninsula and is also a key supply line for Putin's troops. Ukraine was not officially responsible for the explosion, but several high-ranking Ukrainian officials celebrated the development on social media at the time. Western officials strongly condemned the recent Russian missile attacks targeting Ukraine's infrastructure and power facilities in the face of the winter months. In late November, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, accused Russia of trying to freeze Ukrainian civilians into submission, amid Putin's failure so far to achieve victory on the battlefield. In mid-March, engineers were able to connect Ukraine to Europe's power grid in a move that allowed it to decouple its systems from Russia in the middle of the war, Jato News reported. Jato News praised the energy workers who did an amazing job in quickly synchronizing the Ukrainian system with the European one.